Hey everyone, it's Chronic Blaze here, and today I have one simple question. Can you beat the forest in Super Meat Boy without pressing left? Super Meat Boy is one of the most challenging games I've ever played. I haven't actually beat the game yet, so we're going to be taking a look at only the levels in the forest. The rules are really simple. Don't press left. There isn't a way to remap or disable certain controls in Super Meat Boy. However, I found it easier to play with a D-pad instead of playing with a controller for this challenge. I didn't attempt the dark world of the forest for this challenge, just the light world. I will be playing this game on an Xbox One, but the levels are the exact same on PC. Anyways, is it possible to beat the forest in Super Meat Boy without pressing left? We're about to find out. Level 1-1 already greets us with a situation where the game wants us to go to the left to reach Bandage Girl. Unlike new Super Mario Bros. Games, we only have one method of moving to the left without actually pressing left. If we perform a wall jump off the right wall and let go of any directional inputs on the D-pad, we can make progress towards the left side of the screen. Without using directional inputs, we can also wall jump between two different walls. This made 1-2 really easy. 1-3 was also really easy, as you can beat the level while only moving right. However, 1-4 shows the limitations of our only way to go to the left. As soon as we stop for only a second, we lose all of our left momentum. This means that in levels when we are forced to go to the left, we need to do precise wall jumps in order to move towards the left side of the screen. If there's a ceiling that Meat Boy hits, he loses a lot of left momentum. In situations where there is a ceiling, we have to find a way to move to the left without hitting the ceiling and slowing down all of our momentum. Thankfully, it's possible to complete 1-4 without the left button, and we can move on to 1-5, which was actually really simple, as the level wants us to do one side wall jumps on the right wall. No left press is required. 1-6 to mark the return of trying to wall jump with low ceilings. Thankfully, the ceilings are just high enough to avoid the chainsaws and reach the left wall, and I was able to move on. Both 1-7 and 1-8 were very easy to complete. It was possible to beat 1-7 with no left inputs in my wall jumps, and 1-8 had no instances where we were required to go to the left. And now we have reached 1-9. Obvious problem with 1-9, the ceiling after the wall of breaking blocks is too low. This means we have to ignore the ceiling and stay underneath it. But the problem with doing that is that we can't get enough height to reach the next wall jumping platform. The furthest I was able to get was to the first crumpling block. After many attempts, I have concluded that this stage is impossible. And now, our question is answered. No, we can't beat the forest in Super Meat Boy without pressing left. But how many left presses do we need to beat the 20 levels in the boss fight in the forest? This left press in 1-9 brings our left press count up to 1. Thankfully, 1-10 wasn't nearly as bad. By breaking a hole in the second set of crumbling blocks and going through it, I was able to get a wall jump off the lowest crumbling block. It took a few tries, but I was able to get it. 1-11 is my favorite level in the whole game. It took some precise wall jumps, but it was easy enough to complete. 1-12 was one of the easiest levels on this entire run. You can wall jump off the wall to the right of the starting platform to pass the only major obstacle, allowing you to reach the end of the level and move on. Sadly, 1-13 is impossible. A wall jump off the wall to the right doesn't give us enough height to reach a higher platform to the left of the screen. I tried wall jumping off the platform near the saw, but that still didn't give me enough height to reach the next area. I tried getting a wall jump off the small platform, but it didn't give me enough height to reach the next area as well. In order to reach the next area, the left press count is brought up to 2. Take one look at the starting area of 1-14, and it's pretty easy to find out why this level is impossible too. There's no wall to the right we can wall jump off to get left momentum, bringing the left press count up to 3. 1-15 is similar to 1-9. We can't get left momentum off a wall because of a low ceiling. In the second area of this stage, there is no way to complete the area without pressing left, bringing the left press count to 4. After 3 levels in a row that were impossible, 1-16 was simple enough to do. It may take a few tries and a little luck, but I can assure you, it is possible. 1-17 was actually really easy. Just stay to the right side and you'll be done with this level. 1-18 doesn't need us to go to the left at all. Jump between the saws and you'll be done. 1-19 was also very simple to do. I was able to get a wall jump off a wall near the saws to get past the first set of saws. Then, I proceeded to do the rest of the level normally, which got me to the end of the level. And then there's 1-20. My oh my, this level was an absolute disaster. In fact, it was such a disaster, I didn't even beat it. There are at least 4 required left presses in this level. It's possible to do a wall jump off a small wall at the starting area to get on the left wall. Then you need to do a one-side wall jump and press the left button to avoid a saw that comes flying at you. After the part with the crumbling blocks, you need 3 left presses, one for each section of the route downwards towards Bandage Girl. The ceilings in these sections are too low for you to get a wall jump to the next area. What a disaster. The boss fight isn't too difficult. Just make sure you don't overshoot your jumps and you'll be good to go. It took me a few dozen tries, but you'll get it eventually. And with that, you're done. The minimum amount of left presses required to beat the forest in Super Meat Boy is 8. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss one of my videos. Also, be sure to go check out my Twitch because I plan on streaming Super Meat Boy on there in the near future. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video.